to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with step 4 of the Disappearing Pinwheel. This is the Disappearing Pinwheel pattern behind me, and today we're working on the borders, all the bits and pieces you cut off. So this is what our border is going to look like today. So we've got some already sewn, so you'll see how it all attaches onto my quilt. But first, let's do our shout outs, right? So we've got Happy Day Quilters Association and Macy DIY. So both of those YouTube channels are going to be in our show notes below, and we're just so excited to have you guys come and watch and all this stuff. But you gotta watch, check out these guys. You might meet somebody there that you really love too. So, and it's kind of my way of giving back to the YouTube quilting community. So yeah, if you see what you like, if you like what you see there, hit their subscribe button, then tell them that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. Now, Disappearing Pinwheel, there's going to be a surprise right after it, and you guys are allowed to vote. And if you're part of the Facebook group, the voting poll is there, or you make comments in the show notes below. Whether you want to do Mayhem, Green Wednesdays, or something else. Because we've got a few ideas coming around here, so we're good. Quilt Bingo 2 is one of the other ideas, and I've got 2 going on. So that's up to you. You guys let us know what you want to do, because we are having so much fun with these free patterns. We're just having a great time sewing along with everything. Now, the Zoom sew dates are also the first Saturday of every month from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I'm in Alberta, Canada. And if you want to help us out, make comments, thumbs up, share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss content. But also there's a hype on your cell phone. So if you are signed up with YouTube on your cell phone, you hit that hype button and you help change our analytics and move us forward. So we would love to give more quilters fun free patterns every week. Also, we have a Facebook group again, and we have a virtual sewing room hosted by Discord. There's all sorts of fun community chats and fabric exchanges by country to keep postal costs down. The admins say, please answer the questions, please agree to the rules, because otherwise I can't let you in without a lot of back and forth. So it's really important that you're able to do that. Also, I speak for free to quilting guilds and quilting groups, and if you're looking, your guild or group is looking for somebody to talk to your group about, you know, scraps, fabric quilts, or elements of design, scrap fabric, working with scrap fabric, and charity quilts, let me know. I'd be more than happy to make an accommodation and give you guys a speaking engagement. Also, guys, shout outs. I love your shout outs. I have just been amazed at all the wonderful channels I have found from your shout outs. And yes, I would love to give those shout outs that you guys are recommending to me. So let me know where they are at, what their name is, everything like that. And we'd be more than happy to add them to the list. Just don't tell them we're sneaking around doing something nice for people. Also, I'm involved with 2 different collaborations this spring, summer, and fall. The first one was a Quilters Challenge with Kelly from Kelly's Quilts Plus, Kelly from Silly Moon Sewing, Sam Alberts, Deb from Sewing with Debbie, Future Cat from New Zealand, and Michelle from Bits and Pieces. We've had so much fun coming up with a theme and then letting everybody decide what that theme means. And we've had so much fun with that theme. It's been a lot of fun with that. And we've seen some beautiful projects coming out of that as well. So we're challenging each other, and we're challenging our viewers, and we're just having a great time in that. Now, the other one is Back to Basics. Now, Donna from Handmade by Ying with Donna has assembled a bunch of YouTubers to do Back to Basic videos. And we're having so much fun with those. And it's great for the beginner, but it's also really good for the guy who's picked up a few bad habits. Like I've picked up a few bad habits, I'll admit that. And it's great to go back and get yourself back on track. So those are all fun videos to do. Also, So Yeah Brothers, or So Yeah, out of Las Vegas, is running their annual charity drive for homeless people in Alaska, and it ends August 15th. Now, their .com and their YouTube channel are going to be in the show notes below. I know nothing more as to other than when it ends. So you guys got to check them out to find out if you want to participate. People that participated in the past had a hoot. So, you know, this is one of those things we'd like to promote on our channel. Now, another thing is the Orchid Valley Quilt Guild in Kelowna, BC is looking for 8 to 4-inch to 8-inch unfinished heart blocks for their charity drive for people in the Kelowna area, in Kelowna, British Columbia. So I'm going to put the address. If you're interested in joining a Canadian charity drive, you know, the address and everything is to where you send them will be in our show notes as well. So that's kind of an important thing to get, you know, get on board. And if you're not Canadian and you want to participate in that charity, go for it. I think they would be very happy and surprised because they don't know I'm promoting this charity for them. So I'm hoping they get a lot of fun stuff. And I think that's it. Yes, it's it. Come on in. Let's get to the sewing of step 4, the borders. Okay, we're at the sewing machine, and this is the center of my quilt, and these are the other borders. So what we're going to do is we're going to just lay them out. You want to lay them out so that the small edge goes together, not the large edge, because you want this motif to happen. Like, you want this to happen. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to line these babies up, and I think that would work. These are all going to work. Yes, they are. Yep. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up that point. That point goes first because you want a nice sharp point right in here, right? So yeah, you're nesting them because they've all been pressed to the dark. You want to nest it so that it just perfectly matches that. Okay, you have perfect nesting going on because that's going to give you really sharp points. Now, oops, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Again, now you would do the whole, like I would do, what I do is I sew all the center together first, and then I do all of the borders. But I thought that would be a really long video. And it would be a really long video for you guys to watch me do like a twin, right? So I decided, okay, we're going to make a baby quilt and a 4x4 layout. Because this only works with like even numbers, right? So if you want like a 5x7 or layout, yeah, that ain't going to work. I mean, it's just, it doesn't work because you haven't got anything to line up. Okay, boom. And what I mean by 4x4 is once you cut all this stuff and you sew the bigger squares together, that lays out to 4x4. There we go. And last one. Here we go. Just get that nice and nested. Perfect. There. There we go. Line that up. Come on. Nice. Now you could do this with any size pinwheel you want. This is the other thing. I think people forget. You can do this with several different pinwheels, right? And I mean, that works out great. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew, instead of sewing this way, right? I'm going to sew it this way first, right? So that I have a good, you know, so it works out well for me. Hang on. So let me just get that up like so. Now I gotta twist this open so it lies flat. Twist the other side open so it lies flat. And this goes down and that goes up. And we nest again. I know, this is such a silly... This whole thing, the whole quilt is based on nesting. Which kind of like, really? And when you're nesting like that, you're playing with a lot of ease, right? When it comes to you know, sewing these together. And you want to sew this one together with that one. There. Just like that. And you'll see really how well this all eases together once you get into sewing the borders on. Okay. Okay, there we go. There's the one side. The last side, all done. There. Now I'm going to, oops, hang on. A big string. I'm going to just flip that so that opens, right? You know how we swirl our seams? We just pull it apart like that. And then it will swirl and lay flat. And that's what we're looking for, flat. Everything else doesn't matter. Flat is important. Okay, so now we want to go, we want to line this up, and you want to make sure you get that corner lined up and nice and flat, because that's going to help make everything else lie flat. There we go. There we go. You just need to sew up 2 and 1 stitch over, and then with your needle down, re-next. Okay. So what we're going to do, now that that's opened and over with, we have all of our borders. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, and I'm just going to put this one across my knee, like so. There, and we're just going to push that one just like this. So we can nest all the way through on this, and it will look beautiful. So now our next nesting spot is here. And we just hold it in place and let it go. This is very freeing. You don't, because none of the colors are going to touch. You can, you know, you can get quite a bit of, like these two are the same neutrals, but they're not touching, so they can go together. They can go across from each other, that's fine. Now, if you do a bigger quilt, like a twin or a king, you've got 2 of these that you sew together, like 2 of these long strips of borders that you sew together, and it looks beautiful, right? I mean, it goes together exactly the same way. It's just you have a little bit more of them to use. So let's say you're making a queen, and you're going to use an 8x8 layout. So that means 8 disappearing pinwheels one way and 8 disappearing pinwheels down, 8 across and 8 down. Then you would have the queen size, but you would have twice as many border pieces to sew on, right? And that would mean you could put like a stock border or anything like that too. You could do that as well. That would be nice. And to be honest, I sewed all of these together randomly. I didn't get crazy as to what is going where, or, you know. I just sew them together. It'll look lovely. It'll be fine. That's what I mean by freeing yourself. You don't necessarily have to worry about layouts or anything like that. Because, you know, if you do them all scrappy colors, it's going to look fabulous. Right? I picked green because I'm overrun with green, and I need a little bit of green left gone. I need a whole lot of green going, actually, but so anyways, this is what your border looks like now against there. So I'm going to get on the other side next. Okay, I'm going to get the other side on next, and then, okay, I'm just going to grab the one we sewed because it's on top. There. I'm just going to put this one here, and I'll meet you back at the end when I've got all my border pieces on. Now, the border pieces that go on the top and the bottom, I'm going to leave that far away from the stitching so I can put my cornerstones on, and that cornerstone video is coming out next week. Okay, so just hang on, we'll get to the big ta-da moment, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, so we got two of the borders, the 4 borders on, right? We've got the top and the bottom, right? And we're going to put the cornerstones on the borders and then sew on the borders to finish the quilt next week. But this is your layout, the very top 2 rows. Now, if you were making a bigger quilt, you'd have 2 rows, right? Which you have here in this quilt. Now, I offset it. I put it at a different placement. So, you know, everything is still meeting, but not the same. There is string all over this. So it looks a little different than what we have been doing, but you know, like I say, it's up to you how you want to lay these out. So this has been really fun. So far, we're at a pretty good size for a baby quilt, and it looks lovely. So I do hope you're sewing along at home and using up some fun scraps, or just a color that you have too much of. That works. It works too, you know, as long as you got like a low volume and a color, we're good to go. So you guys stay well and take care, and I hope you have a gentle week ahead. Okay, until we meet each other again, stay well. Bye. My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey, and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life, and you know, your 1/4 inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your life, and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye, and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.